Hi, I'm Storm, and today is my birthday. At least it will be once this video gets posted. I've decided that I'm going to start making my personal year from one birthday to my next birthday. So instead of starting my year on January 1st, I make all my goals set around my birthday. I'm doing this for a couple reasons. One, it makes it feel more real to me and my life. So when I get into a goal setting mode at the beginning of January, I tend to start making goals just because everybody else is, instead of actually deciding on goals that make sense for my life and the direction that I want it to head in. And I feel like it serves as a good marker for me personally to remember that I'm in control of my own life instead of it being just a procession of time. So, and also the weeks leading up to my birthday. The weeks leading up to my birthday tend to make me more contemplative about my life and how I think it's going, how my year has been, how my year is going to be. For example, my last birthday, I was in a job I really hated, and I had stayed there 12 years. And this year I'm in a different job. Partway through last year, I ended up switching jobs. My old job that I had stayed in for 12 years, I really hated, but I fell into a sense of complacency where I was too afraid to leave the job because I thought wherever I go next might be worse. They might not have the flexibility that I did with my old job, with my scheduling and stuff. While the work environment there was bad, it could have been worse. So I kept talking myself out of switching jobs. But at one point I had applied for a promotion and I got passed over for it. And I had decided that was enough. I had looked at my coworker and said, if I don't get this promotion, I am going to leave. And then I left because I didn't get the promotion. My new job is fine. It's definitely better than my old job. I'm much happier here. However, it still doesn't feel like this is the place for me. I can do it well enough. I get positive feedback from my leads, but it doesn't feel authentic to the life that I want to live or the person that I want to be. The person that I see in my head is not the person working this job, that's for sure. The way I see it, there are 3 doors. Door 1, I can fall into the same complacency that I had at my old job, ended up staying in this way longer than maybe I should. Door 2, I find something else, and then I may like it even less than this one, or it may pay me worse even if I do like it better, and I don't really want to take a pay cut. Or door 3, I can do the thing that keeps calling to me from the back of my mind. And this time I'm picking door 3. What is that thing? I'm finally going all in on turning my art into a business and working on making videos. I made several half-hearted attempts in the past. They were half-hearted. I didn't end up sticking to them because I'd make unreasonable demands of myself, like I'm going to post every single day nonstop, or I'm going to post a full finished art piece every single day. That workflow doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. I don't know why I was trying to be a person that posts that much. I thought that I had to be so on top of things in order to do this at all that I just wasn't doing it. I was afraid of being perceived in any large manner. But I realized this past year that people are going to perceive me no matter what I do. They're going to perceive me when I go out grocery shopping. They're going to perceive me when I'm out having a good time at an event. And if I post anything online, be that my art or my videos, they're going to perceive me whether I like it or not. And that's just going to have to be something that I come to terms with. I'm going to have to be okay with that. And also, I want people to see my work. I make all this art and then I put it in a drawer. People aren't looking at it. While it is fun and maybe even a little therapeutic to make the artwork that I'm making. I feel like it deserves more than just sit in a drawer or collect dust on a shelf in my own house. I feel like there's potentially other people that would enjoy it more than me. Like, they would be happy to see this. Like I said, I'm going all in. I've made a schedule to post videos each week, both short form and long. I have some projects planned out so I can like expand my products. And I'd like to emphasize that I'm starting from basically scratch. I have no following on YouTube. I have barely a following on TikTok. My Instagram has not been touched in years, basically. Like, there's been one or two posts, but it's nothing that's stayed consistent or anything. And my Etsy has one listing on it. With the odds stacked the way they are currently, why do I think I can do this? It all comes down to ACEOs, which, for those of you who don't know, ACEOs are artist cards, editions, and originals. They are playing card size pieces of art, so 2.5 by 3.5 inches. They are this size, and this one actually has frogs on the back. Them being so tiny made me feel like they were really attainable for me to create, and I could do literally anything on them. I am not wasting paper or paint or anything else by drawing something this small, and I can get intimidated by large art pieces just because I'm worried about wasting my supplies if it doesn't turn out right, which is silly. I can always get more supplies. It's fine. It's like the whole thing where people are scared to use their nice things because what if they get ruined? But the nature of art means I need to ruin a fresh piece of paper every time I make one anyway, so it's fine. I can do this. What do ACEOs have to do with this goal that I'm trying to achieve? Basically, I had seen people talking about them a lot on TikTok, and I was like, I can do this, I can make some. So I made a whole bunch, and I didn't post any of them. I was like, why did I make all these if I'm not going to post them? So I went ahead, made an eBay account, and I posted them. I didn't advertise that much on TikTok, and I didn't advertise that much anywhere else. And you know what? I still had 9 orders between March and August of this year. 9 separate people wanted to buy my art because they happened to stumble upon it, not because I was asking them to. So I figure if I managed to get 9 sales with basically no input from myself other than me making the listing, what could it be like if I actually tried? What could it be like if I actually put my art out there and told people, hey, come look at this. I made this. They might actually want it. The other 9 people wanted it and they don't know who I am. If I put more time and energy into it, then it could potentially be something that supports me. I've made a very small amount of money, let's be honest, but I've made some money anyway. And it's so exciting to think about that maybe this thing that I keep internally wanting is actually a realistic thing that I could do. I am, of course, going to keep my day job while I'm getting this up and running. I still need to keep a roof over my head and food on my table after all. But my goal is basically to make enough money to support myself in the end. And my big crazy goal is to do it by my next birthday. But I just want to see how close I can get to it over the next year. That would be a crazy opportunity for me. And if I don't do it, the time is going to pass anyway. And I would rather the time pass with me trying to actually achieve this thing than for me to sit another year, go to all of these conventions that I go to as an attendee versus a vendor, and watch other people live the dream that I want to live. Because I do want to do like convention stuff as well as part of the whole art business thing. But like I've seen so many people just go for it and they're doing fine. Maybe they still have their jobs, but like the financial security that comes from having like a side thing anyway would be nice. My next couple videos are going to be updates on how the goal's going, maybe me painting, maybe me rambling a little bit as I'm already doing. I'm not totally sure since I just started, but we can figure it out together. If you want to follow me on this whole crazy next year, then please subscribe and I'll see you all next week. And if you've managed to stick around this long, comment your favorite dinosaur or a goal that you've been working towards. Bye!